I'd certainly recommend being aware of the fact that autistic people are likely to take a small point and engage with it far more intensively than you might perhaps expect. They might obsess on it, they might grow the idea in their minds, they might expand it in their imagination. And I think it's essential not to gloss over this, to be aware of this possibility. If you don't give credit for this and for what the action they might take as a result, they might be disheartened. They might exclude, in fact, things you say subsequently, and they might go with this original point, with a germ of something that you've said, and they might take that to great lengths and really work hard on it. It's very important, I think, to be aware that this might happen. They might exclude things that you think are more relevant, but if this is what they've been working with, that's their perspective. Give them credit for that and be on the lookout for this situation to arise. I'd like to highlight the need of the autistic individual to have space to retire, to be alone, to retreat from the world, to take stock, and maybe to obsess on inner worries, concerns, little ideas that are going around in their mind which they find it difficult to shut out. This can also be a reaction to extreme anxiety. I know that from my own perspective, I get extremely anxious and suffer badly from obsessive compulsive disorder. And I'm constantly thinking through many, many times every hour, little anxieties, little worries, little stresses that come into my head. They can be the most ridiculous things. They can be the fact that maybe I think I've discovered a lump on a finger that doesn't quite match on the same finger of the other hand, and I can worry that I've got some life-threatening illness and feel that my life is spiraling out of control, and feel consumed with feelings of panic about that. And ridiculous and crazy as it sounds, I'll actually be quite paralysed by that fear, and instead of being able to function in the world and with the world, I'll be in my own little world, trying to think through this anxiety, replaying in my mind that lump and this lump, and trying to compare and trying to convince myself that actually it is all right, things are okay. Very often, I and other autistic people will be worried that we've said something to offend somebody, that we've misinterpreted or disobeyed some social cue or social rule, and we may action replay, as I call it, the situation many times over. What was the person's expression? How did I look? How might they have thought I was responding to them? Might they have considered it inappropriate? Might they have been annoyed? Might there be some comeback? How will I deal with any comeback? These anxieties about things which may be entirely non-existent to anyone not on the autistic spectrum, or anyone who isn't in this rather strange, skewed mindset at that particular moment, they can totally eat us up and make it impossible to carry on with other tasks. I know this is a problem for me if I'm in, say, a rehearsal, and it's one of those reasons why I find solo playing much less stressful than ensemble playing. If I'm about to give a concert, I'll try and declutter my mind of obsessive worries, of anxieties, replay situations in my mind if necessary, convince myself that I can carry on and give the concert without worrying about all sorts of extraneous things. It's impossible for the autistic person to snap out of these behaviours or thought processes, and awareness and understanding is essential. Don't make unrealistic expectations. Don't expect them to be and react as you might. These are very real fears, very real interlocked thought patterns which can't just be resolved in an easy way. And it is very difficult for non-autistic people to understand that.